Jai Gurudev, Namaste, Vishnu Prakash ji. It is a pleasure to have you with us today. Your journey with the art of living and your devotion to His Holiness Gurudev Shri Ravi Shankar ji is truly inspiring. Could you share with us how your journey began and the challenges you faced? Jai Gurudev, Namaste. It is wonderful to share my experiences. My journey with the art of living started with a small bag and a lot of faith. I had the good fortune to be accompanied by Swami Purna Chaitanya ji, known as Alex Swami. Though he is now in Netherlands, he was instrumental in my early days. He and I traveled to various ashrams and I found myself in Guwahati initially. That sounds like an exciting yet challenging start. Can you tell us more about the initial days and the struggles you encountered? Absolutely. The initial days were indeed challenging. There was a time when we didn't have the luxuries or even the basic comforts. I remember times when finding a meal or a place to stay was a struggle. Many nights I slept on the streets. The language barrier, cultural differences, and adapting to new places added to the challenges. Internet connectivity was almost non existent and making communication difficult. That must have been tough. Did you ever consider going back or asking for help, especially since you previously worked at Microsoft with a comfortable lifestyle? Interestingly, the thought of giving up never crossed my mind. Despite the hardships, there was always this inner voice and the guidance of Gurudev that kept me going. The calling to serve in the Northeast was strong. I felt people were waiting, and there was always a sense of purpose in conducting programs and courses. The energy from teaching and the joy of serving kept me moving forward. Your dedication is commendable. Could you share some memorable incidents during your journey in the Northeast? There were many memorable moments. For instance, I once received a laptop as a gift from a friend, which was quite unexpected. While traveling to a university to meet some deans and then proceeding to Shillong, I realized the laptop had been stolen from my luggage. Such incidents taught me resilience and detachment from material possessions. Another significant memory is the development of the ashram. Initially, it was pure tapasya, austerity. There were no proper roads, electricity, or facilities. But over time, with the grace of Gurudev and the support of the community, we turned the place around. The transformation of the ashram sounds remarkable. How did it all start? It started with a lot of struggle and perseverance. I was approached by a principal secretary who attended one of our programs. She suggested taking care of a piece of land. Initially, I had no experience in developing an ashram and was hesitant, but after some heated discussions and a confirming message from Gurudev, I accepted the challenge. That was the beginning of the ashram. There were protests and strikes initially as people misunderstood our intentions, thinking we were there to acquire tribal land. It took a lot of dialogue and engagement to build trust. Over time, we became an integral part of the community, and now the ashram stands as a symbol of peace and spiritual growth. It is incredible how the ashram evolved under your leadership. Were there any moments when you felt particularly supported by the local community? Yes, the local community support grew over time. Initially, there was resistance, but gradually, as people saw our dedication and the benefits of the programs, they started supporting us. They became protective, and the love and support were overwhelming. Even those who were initially hostile became our biggest allies. It is heartwarming to hear about the community support. How did you feel about your journey now, looking back at the struggles and accomplishments? Looking back, I feel immense gratitude. The struggles were intense, but they were also the biggest learning experiences. They taught me patience, resilience, and the power of community. The ashram is not just a physical place, it is a space of transformation for many, including myself. Gurudev's teachings and the collective efforts of everyone involved have made it possible. Your journey is truly inspiring, Vishnu Prakashji. Before we conclude, do you have any message for those who are on their own spiritual path or facing challenges? My message would be to keep faith and remain steadfast in your progress and purpose. Challenges are part of the journey, but they also shape us and bring out our strengths. Always remember the teachings and the guidance of your Guru. Serve with love, and everything else will fall into place. The universe supports those who serve selflessly. Thank you so much, Vishnu Prakashji, for sharing your inspiring journey and story. Your journey with the art of living and your dedication to Gurudev's teachings are truly motivating. We wish you more continued success and fulfillment in your endeavors. Thank you. It was a pleasure sharing my experiences. Namaste, Jai Gurudev.